December 9th, 1775, one of the most important battles that happened in the early stages of the American Revolution that happened right in Virginia. In Norfolk County, the Culpeper Minutemen and the Princess Anne County militias and a lot of other militias that participated in the battle was under the command of William Woodford, who was the commander of the 2nd Virginia Regiment.
April 21st, 1775. Lord Dunmore, Royal Governor of Virginia, makes the Williamsburg powder magazine. I'm Captain Luzzard, the 14th Regiment of Foot, Light Infantry Company, the overall commander of the Crown Forces at Great Bridge.
The enemy forces consisted of the 14th Regiment of Foot, a Grenadier Company, Lights, Royal Marines, and Royal Sailors. They all resided in this thing called the Pig Pen, which they created. It's named Fort Murray after Lord Dunmore. They constructed this palisade fort in November of 1775, so they can try to strike fear in us and hold the road. They named it after Lord Dunmore, who we hate because he tried to take our gunpowder away. We don't like him, so we call it the Pig Pen.
November 14th, 1775. The 1st Virginia Patriots give their lives fighting Crown Forces during the Battle of Kemp's Landing. Following Kemp's Landing, Lord Dunmore orders the construction of Fort Murray in order to protect the Great Bridge going across the southern branch of the Elizabeth River.
After skirmishing and exchanging fire constantly for 11 days in the village of Great Bridge, Lord Dunmore ordered his troops to attack at dawn on December 9th, 1775. His forces, numbering more than 500, moved from the fort moments before daybreak.
Following Scott's arrival in November 28, 1775, almost 11 days of non-stop skirmishing breaks out. After skirmishing, the deaths accumulated on the Crown Forces, Regulars, and Ethiopian Regiment, about 25. For the Patriot Militia, estimated 20. On the morning of December 9th, Captain Leslie comes down to reinforce the fort, the 14th Regiment of Foot, including the Light Infantry Company, Grenadier Company, and the Ethiopian Regiment, Queen's Own Royal Virginia Regiment, supported by Marines and sailors. On December 9th, the plan was to take South Island. Light Infantry and Loyalist Militia took South Island with minimal resistance, only about one Patriot militia holding them off.
The morning of December 9th, 1775, Billy Floor and 2 other sentries were keeping watch on Fort Murray. It was kind of obscured by the view of the fog, but Fort Murray was yet there, and still a menace to everyone. Early in the morning, Billy Floor was sitting there doing nothing besides glancing back and forth at the fort. Then all of a sudden, the light infantry started replacing the planks from the bridge that they have originally taken off to slow down the British. Now, once he heard those, he and the 2 other sentries stood up and started taking shots. Once that, the British started advancing. And then the 2 other sentries were on their way running back, while Billy Floor stayed behind and took 8 shots.
British moved cannon onto the island and ordered a fire on the American positions. Soon the grenadiers were supposed to come up to take the rest. The light infantry burnt the buildings on South Island to provide a smoke screen for the grenadiers to move across the bridge safely.
Billy Flora, after taking those shots, turned and started running back to his breastworks while he was under fire by the entire British force. Once he got back, he was able to regain with his men that were all ready to fight. Travis gave the order to hold fire. Travis dispatched a messenger to go back to the church and tell Colonel Woodford what was happening and to get the rest of the men ready to fight. But by the time the messenger got there and the forces were able to arrive, the battle was long over. Captain Fordyce led his men. Once they reached 50 yards, we opened our first volley, injuring Captain Fordyce and a bunch of his other men. He got up and said, "The day is ours." Then the second volley rang out, and then a bunch of him and his other men would not stand again.
Fordyce had found out that he had 14 bullet holes in him. He kept getting up. He was
Captain Fordyce emerged from the smoke screen and assaulted the American militias. The American militia were behind cover on their breastworks, and the grenadiers were out in the open. Captain Fordyce orders the grenadiers to fix bayonets. Captain Fordyce leads the charge on the American fortifications. At 50 meters, the Americans fire a volley. Captain Fordyce is hit but gets back up. Famously says, "Come on, lads, the day is alright." He leads the charge again, and at 15 meters, the American militia fires again. Captain Fordyce has approximately 11 to 15 bullet holes in him. The Grenadier Corporal has approximately 14 to 16 bullet holes. The Grenadiers take about 1/3 casualties. There are approximately 30 killed, approximately 50 wounded, approximately 20 prisoners.
Dozens of British soldiers were killed and wounded. After the smoke cleared, we staged a skirmish between the light infantry until they reached back to the fort. After that, we called a ceasefire so we could bury the dead British and take care of their wounded. And then once we got to Captain Fordyce's body, we buried him with full military honors and deeds of his heroics on that battle.